Welcome to the Man Utd stream. Hope you're doing well. It's Monday morning and we've got lots of breaking transfer news coming your way. Yes, this is huge transfer news today. Yes, we're talking about Benjamin Sesko. Sesko to United could actually be on. We're going to be talking about that and lots more in today's show. So make sure you stick around. Make sure you hit the like button on this video. And if you're not already a subscriber to the Man Utd stream channel, what you're waiting for, hit that subscribe button so you can keep up to date with all the latest news and more from one single daily dose. Now, we've got no time to waste. This is going to be a proper blockbuster of a show, and it's going to be fast paced, and it's all about Benjamin Sesko, the guy that we thought United will be priced out of. Genuinely, Newcastle are on the verge of making a huge bid for him in the region of 80 million, we're told. But Benjamin Sesko, we're hearing from sources, wants to move to Manchester United, not to Newcastle. What a turn of events. If this is the case, if this genuinely is the case, this could be a huge moment in the summer transfer market. Imagine having Sesko, Kuna and Buemo, them three signings. Three attacking signings this summer. I mean, no one would have ever thought after not qualifying for the Champions League we'd end up with these three signings. Now, look, obviously, we've got to take this news with a huge pinch of salt. This is still ongoing negotiations. We've heard from a few sources. Now, there's a source I'm going to put up on the screen. This is a journalist, Philip Hines, out in Germany, and he's put out, in addition to Newcastle United, Manchester United are also in negotiations with Benjamin Sesko's camp. Both clubs are negotiating with the players' representatives and are trying to reach a verbal agreement. The decision now lies with Sesko and his agents. RB Leipzig continue to value the total package at around 80 million euros, give or take. Massive news. I mean, look, a week ago we were thinking United, no, they're never going to go to Sesko. They're out of it. They're not going to go to it. And as soon as we heard Newcastle are going to now go for Sesko, given that Alexander Isak is going to move to Liverpool, we thought, right, we're going to be priced out of this. We're not going to go for this. But with Sesko favouring Man United, this changes everything. Ineos need to put their money where their mouth is. They took over this club. You, Ineos, took over this club, saying that you're going to make this a better place. You're going to improve the club. You're going to take it back to where it once was. And you have to make these kind of signings. You have to bring in players like this that can change the fortunes of the club. Sesko is a dream signing. Look, even with me, I've been kind of putting it off, saying, right, okay, we should go for someone like Watkins or so, because I'm being realistic. We are being realistic. We know United will probably still not have the money to go and sign someone like Sesko. But if the player is actually calling out for you, saying, I want to move to United, no other club, like Brian Buemo, that makes it almost a duty on the United board to go and get the funds and get the player. Because when a player shows that much passion to come to a club like United, we need to go out there and get him. Now, of course, we're not 100% certain that this is what Sesko wants, that he wants United. But these rumours, these reports, there has to be, there's no smoke without fire. Let's be honest. He, of course, as a child, probably looked at United thinking, wow, I want to play for United. Most footballers do. Most footballers look, when they're younger, they're watching the football and they're thinking Real Madrid, Barcelona, Man United. Them are the three clubs every young player wants to play for. But as Man United fans, we know that this is probably the worst summer to get this kind of deal through the line because we have got no money. Oh, that's what we're being told by Ineos and by people around Man United. PSR, we need to balance the books, we ain't got any money, we're operating at a loss, blah blah blah, and we can't afford any players. But United have bought two decent signings. Let's be honest, they've bought two very good players, and now they are looking for an out and out striker. Now, judging on what they've done already in the window, we were looking at people like Ollie Watkins or Mateta as possible new signings, because United are buying players who are from the Premier League. Now, we've been told by our sources at United that United had no real plans to go after Sesko in this summer transfer window. They were hoping that he would stay at RB Leipzig and nothing would change, and they might be able to go in for him the season after. However, things have changed dramatically. We know Isaac handed in his transfer request, wants to move to Liverpool, and that has just started a domino effect where obviously Isaac needs to be replaced by Newcastle, and Newcastle have outlined the perfect replacement as Benjamin Sesko, a young up-and-coming talent, and yeah, they can afford him. They can quite easily go out there and sign him for the package worth 80 million. United, on the other hand, can't do that. They need to make some sales, and hence comes in Antony. Now, we've heard in the last 24 hours that Manchester United are very close to sealing a deal with Al Nassr for Antony. Antony being sold to Al Nassr, going off to the Saudi League. This could mean some decent money coming into United. We're talking about 40 to 50 million pounds, which would make a huge difference not only to Man United's budget but to PSR, and they just might be in a position to make some kind of offer for Benjamin Sesko. This is huge news, huge developing news. We're going to, of course, keep you up to date with everything that we hear on this deal. Sesko to United could be on. Let's hope our fingers are all crossed, and if somehow we get this Sesko deal done, my God, will we have a crazy forward line. It would be amazing going into this new season with these three new players. Fingers crossed it gets done. Let's hope and wait and see what United can do. Can they pull this one out of the bag? This will be a huge coup if United can do this. Make sure you hit the like button on this video, guys. Make sure you subscribe. You're watching the Man United Stream channel by the fans for the fans.